Welcome back, frenemies. I am your man in the middle today. A little different. Chris Schoenrock. Got the commission.
And how did that happen?
Fitzgibbons to the right. We'll get to that later. And to my left, the man of the people, Ryan Meckes. How I got in the middle? I got in the middle because I said, Sean, I really, really want to be in the middle. I've been thinking about it for like 2 weeks, and I feel like I should be in the middle. Basically how it went down, because I know you're going to joke it that way, but yes, that kind of was the reason.
It was just something that's been simmering. It's
It was
the way you
simmering for a
described
few
it.
weeks. I was like, for a few weeks, I thought I was like,
You probably went through the
I gotta
whole
be in the middle.
gambit of emotions. Like, am I
I'm the
being
man in the middle.
selfish? Is this better for them?
Yeah, I was
He
like,
just basically walked in here and did the, Anchorman. I'm kind of a big deal.
I'm kind of a big deal.
I do the intro, so
Yes.
no, I'm just
I
kidding.
do the intro. I do the middle. I do the outro. I peak.
Anyways, man, special shout out to our fans in San Antonio, Texas. Love that we got subscribers and fans over there. Keep spreading the word on us here. Podcast news, Commish Sean, what do you got for us?
So more of the same here. We're just gonna be shaping all these segments that are going on. Just to give you a rough idea of what will be coming out weekly, you're looking at probably a main podcast, which will be on YouTube as well as on Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
Maybe we'll get to Spotify sometime soon here. And then you'll have a lot of stuff coming out through Facebook, Instagram. We're Frenemies FF Pod on all those things. If you want to see some kind of different content, what will be coming is today we're doing a segment with Dan Inman. It'll be kind of a fantasy 101.
Realtor.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Buy a house from him.
Plug if you're in the Norfolk, Virginia
Yep,
Beach
so
area.
that'll be coming out weekly, and then we'll also probably have like a Chris Coach's Corner going
talking
on,
matchups,
so-
chalk talk, things like that.
Yeah,
weekly.
so what we're looking at is probably once a day you're going to get some type of content coming out from
Yeah,
us.
especially when the season rolls. Getting up to draft right when the week 1,
So-
week 2 starts coming around.
So get
regular
those
season.
subscriptions in, because then you'll get automatically notified on all this
Don't
stuff,
miss
and
out.
you'll make us
Click
feel
the bell.
really good, because that'll mean people are listening besides just our moms and our dads. So.
Yes, thanks,
That means
Mom.
that we didn't waste all of our time on this.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this cool thing going in here, but we're going to go to our next segment, the party cue. Cue it.
Ian, would you like to go to a party in my pants?
Party my pants.
No, bro.
No.
All right.
All right, the party question we got this week, as this music fades out, still getting used to it. The worst one-hit wonder songs. Now,
Yeah.
this was tough to find because you remember the best, but after we looked at this, there were a lot to choose from. So, Sean, what was your worst one-hit wonder song? What are you throwing up there for the people?
Yeah, so a one-hit wonder that I just could not stand. It seemed like everybody was on this train, that it was just this cool song, and it was What Does the Fox Say?
What does the fox say?
Who was saying it was cool? I want to know who
Yeah, okay,
who
maybe
thought
not.
it was cool.
There were people,
Oh,
okay?
man.
It became famous somehow.
What gender?
Boys,
Male,
actually.
female.
Fox.
So when I was Fox, the animal. When I was a PE teacher for 4 years, the middle schoolers just kept saying just that phrase.
You poor guy.
Just randomly. I'm like,
Oh my
stop
gosh.
it.
There's certain things in society. We sound so old in all these segments now. Last
Your
week it was
kids
the 90s.
nowadays.
We're 90s babies, so we're talking about how they need to go outside and play.
Oh,
This
man.
week it's like, I just don't understand how certain things get famous. Like
I don't know
songs,
either.
like another one is, this is just off topic, with Fetty Wap. How the heck did that man
I
make
don't
money?
know.
He can't sing. Yeah,
Nothing.
anyways.
A lot of
All right, so
auto-tune.
moving on here. Chris.
Oh, man. This one annoyed me growing up, but Barbie Girl. All right. It was like the lyrics are just awful. But they're like,
Anyone with sisters has heard that song.
yes, but like Eddie, like I remember being at the playground or going around, the girls were just kind of like singing, "I'm a Barbie girl." I was like in a Barbie world, and I was like,
I think you should keep going,
No.
Please. Oh my gosh.
Hopefully the music will be playing in the background, maybe, but not me singing it. But that was just so annoying.
Do you want this or not?
And then like I never heard the group. It was like Aqua. Was the
Yep,
group was singing
Aqua.
it?
They had one other hit, Candy.
Candy. They had
Yeah.
Candy, but like I hated both. So I'm like, okay.
So that song for me was like pretty up and down. I was like, I started it like that it was whatever, and then it got old,
Yeah.
and then it kind of came back around again. For me, it wasn't my worst one-hit wonder, but I can
Yeah.
see how it could be equally annoying.
In boot camp, it allows you to keep the cadence from marching for like all branches of service. So if you had a guy to sing it, and they didn't sing it like in that tempo, but like a little bit different, so that got annoying. So I hated it as a child, and then I hated it when I got as a grown man in boot camp because I had to march to the song. in
Tell
a
me
weird
about
way.
that, please.
That was
Please.
weird. It was weird.
Break it down.
Nope. What's yours, Ryan?
Yeah,
I'm going to shoot it right
let's
over
hear
you.
Ryan's one-hit wonder that he could not stand.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah, that's.
That is a
I feel like
catchy
they
little
these have a
dance.
theme. They're all very similar as far
Yeah.
as they're these like very foreign, weird sounding songs. Now we're gonna just sound like we're
Yeah.
Bunch of racists.
Wow.
pretentious Americans that
Yeah.
only like our music.
But they're just
I know.
like all catchy in a way. That's why it stays. But then at the same time, if you like music at all, you're like, how's that music?
It's more. I mean,
So
I
just
think
put it on a loop.
I think they go far because you're just like, dude, have you heard this? It's ridiculous, and that's it. Just
It's like shared.
and
shared.
the big thing
shared.
is the catchiness, man. If
Yeah.
it gets stuck in your head and it's all you can sing in your head, it's gonna be famous. I mean, people are gonna be looking it up.
That's true.
Um,
That's how we get famous. Let's find a song, put it on
Okay,
a loop.
so we just need to be weird and annoying
Yeah.
and catchy.
Yes, weird
Exactly, that's-
and
that's it.
annoying.
Chris, I can't let you go. I can't let you go yet. You got to tell me a story about marching to Barbie Girl.
It's like
Did
you
this
know,
happen
it's
in
like
boot camp?
yeah, and it's like you had separate little parts in boot camp where the guys and the girls were separate. So it was just weird when the guys are marching, because in the Navy you got men and women serving together, but in boot camp we kept them separate. But then having just a bunch of guys keeping it in step in uniform, probably supposed to be like the manliest thing in our country, being in the military. 1% of our population's in the active military. And we're marching to Barbie Girl just because it was catchy enough to keep guys in step. And I was like, who thought this? It was a good idea. You had to have we called it A-Rock. You got to keep tune with it, keep you in step. So you had to have somebody that could sing and actually keep you going. So not too many guys can do it. But when they did, I just felt it was so annoying because I'm like, I'm a man marching to this to keep the kid. It goes, well, left.
So how was
left,
it broken down? Like
Left,
how,
right, left, and then
Did
you
the-
throw in the song in there. We can't stay on it. We got to keep moving because this is just going to be terrible if I keep breaking this down.
did the drill instructor how was it?
The drill
described
instructor
to
doesn't
you?
do nothing. It's just the guy who sings a song that keeps us in beats to go left and right correctly. We're fine. So they didn't care what song, but Barbie Girl was popular.
Oh my gosh!
Still at boot camp today.
Thank
So
you for that.
moving on from our wonderful Barbie girl stories.
Oh, buddy.
The next thing we're going to talk about here is our rankings. So we
Yes,
kind of put
sir.
ourselves out
Oof.
there. Me and Chris this year are going to come up
Right.
with some rankings. A plug for the website. If you check the website in the next few weeks here, we're going to be putting up those rankings. We'll be adjusting them. And so right now we're going to kind of just go through some of the rankings we have where we have discrepancies. We're gonna
Yeah.
kind of
So
take the true definition of frenemies and kind of
frenemies
enemy
right
this
to
out.
it. We're gonna put those rankings out more to the last week of August, leading to that first week of September, where we really suggest that's where your league should draft.
Yep.
On that last week of August, first week of September. So yes, let's go down with the showdown. Where are we gonna start here?
The biggest places that we differed on was Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
So I'll let you have the floor here first,
All right,
Chris.
so
tell
we're-
them where you have them ranked and
we're
then tell
ranking
them what you
them
think.
off of half point PPR rankings here. I put Joe Mixon. Don't kill me. Don't at me if you follow me on Twitter.
At him.
But I got Joe Mixon at 5. Cincinnati Bengal running back, number 5, the 5th ranked running back on my rankings. We were so far from it. And Sean, where did you have him?
I have him at running back 14.
14. So we got 5, we got 14. So we're like,
A 9-spot difference, which is a big
Yes.
jump when you're talking about the top 10 there. So
yeah, so my defense of going 5th here, right? Yes, A.J. Green, we don't know if he's going to start in there, so the offense is kind of different. But it seems like this offseason was if you had a cup of coffee with Sean McVay, all right, you were like the it guy to hire as a coach. So he's bringing that type of style of offense. I'm talking the new coach, Coach Taylor over there, Zach Taylor, is bringing that over to Cincinnati. Joe Mixon had a good year last year, and if they put him in a role somewhat resembling Todd Gurley's stuff, I think his numbers will just skyrocket. He's a 3-down back. He still has good receiving options outside of him with a quarterback that still do his job. And Andy Dalton, he's not flashy, so they're not going to stack the box with him. I think he can be that lookout. He's going to be a consistent, obviously, top 5 running back. That's me putting him way out there. You were closer to reality, but I just felt like I needed to put him up there at 5.
yeah, so I feel like you put him at his ceiling, and I'm feeling like I'm closer to where his floor is at.
Yeah.
I do not think that offense is going to take a step forward that much. I think, last year it was in the bottom 10 offenses. I don't think it gets much out of that. It's not going to be a top half offense, in my opinion. The loss of A.J. Green for the first couple of weeks, I think, is huge. He's going to struggle. I'm about drafting guys that I can get production from right away.
Yeah.
And I'm getting afraid that that's not going to happen with Mixon because they're going to be able to just load the box now that they don't have that threat of AJ Green on the outside. It's really all Mixon. Now, as far as his talent goes, I think he is talented enough that if he was, say you drop him in San Diego or something,
Yeah.
and you put him in that situation, I think he could be a top 5 running back. I don't dispute his talent there, but I think that you're looking at more like an RB2 than an RB1 this year with him. People are wanting to project that leap on him, and I'm just not ready to give it to him.
I'm drinking that
We've seen-
Kool-Aid.
We've seen this before with
believing
Bengals
it.
running backs. How many have we gone through where we think
Bengals
we've got
running
the
backs have been tough.
Jeremy
in
Hill?
fantasy.
Anybody? No,
Yeah, I know, right? Giovanni Bernard, like
he's still there too.
I
So,
know.
so
He's-
the next guy that we have here is Devonta Freeman.
Devonta Freeman.
So go ahead and just tell me, where do you have
All right.
Devonta Freeman?
I got him at 15. Where do you have him?
So Devonta Freeman for me is my running back 10 right now.
Oh,
So we're talking about a big discrepancy here. I guess I'll go first. We're kind of
Yes.
taking the high guy first.
high guy first.
And my belief in Devonta Freeman is that this offense is a great offense, and it's going to continue to be a great offense. And I'm going to not assume that he's going to get hurt. I know it's some hype talk, but out of camp, they're already saying Devonta Freeman looks the best he's looked in years. Dan Quinn's super excited about it. The other thing I'm excited about is Dirk Cutter coming back. When Dirk Cutter was there, he was very much pass to the running back type of thing.
Right.
You saw Atlanta's offense struggle at the end of last year without Devonta Freeman. I think they're just going to drop him right back in that role. I think people have forgotten what Devonta Freeman was. He was a top 10 back every year for like 3 straight years until this injury. So I have good confidence in him coming back and doing that.
Confidence.
So I guess what's your
Yeah.
what's the hate for, Chris?
If you hear that thunder, that was my hate. Now we're recording it during a storm. That was a real loud boom.
Incredible that you can channel
Yes.
the weather,
Yeah.
channel your emotions through the weather.
But my emotional hate, it really is just I'm worried. I'm taking that backseat because of that injury.
Okay.
Dirk Cutter coming back in does open the offense up greatly. There is no more Tevin Coleman back there to split the load
Yeah,
with
I
him.
didn't even mention that. Thanks for that
But
argument.
yeah, so it should be up there, but I'm so worried when it comes to a running back's knees. Now, like I'm not hitting Todd Gurley down in there, but Devontae Freeman coming up, he just hasn't given us a full season. What, in 2 seasons, 2 years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
So
He's more of an injury prone
yeah,
guy.
so I've taken I don't have him at that RB1, but I have a very high RB2
okay.
because I have him at that 15. If you look at a 12-team league, he's going to not be one of the first backs off the thing. He's going to be good for you, but I don't know the guys I got ahead of him. I bravely put Josh Jacobs right above him.
Ooh.
Just got young
You're-
legs.
you're a rookie
I'm a
man.
rookie man. If you listened last week, I like rookie running backs. Ain't nobody taking anything from Josh Jacobs. Carry on above him at 13. Damian Williams, where everybody's shooting him up the board at 12. James Conner 11. Then you got your normal top 10 running backs above there. But
Yep.
those are the guys I got above him just because I don't have to worry so much about injuries. Carry on a little bit with his shoulder, but
Yeah.
he's a little bit younger. So running back is a young man's game.
Yep.
Unless you're Adrian Peterson, he just runs forever. All right, so anything else you want to pick up out of that running back rankings? Guys can see.
I was going to say, if you want to just go on the website, you can take a look and kind of compare, and you'll see the differences that we have. We're going to move on to some wide receivers here, and we'll let you take the floor with your homer pick here.
Okay, my homer pick. So everything's pretty simple when you come to your top 10, but my number 10 receiver, and yes, I am a Viking fan, but I love Adam Thielen at 10. I'm a little scared with Kubiak coming into town and truly want to run that ball. Just I think as a Viking fan, as a fan of the team, yes, I think we win more there.
you got to
Yeah.
be scared of Kirk Cousins.
As a fan, I wanted to pass the ball. So was it a DiFilippo effect in the first half of the season when he was constantly ranked number 1? It seemed like at wide receiver, and he was going crazy, 100 yards for 8 straight games. Was that DiFilippo before they let him go? When they let him go, they couldn't get in sync, and then he kind of went down to average. But I feel like Cousins in there again, and a little bit more sure about the offense. He catches everything, man. His preseason catch on a underthrown ball, deep ball going to the ground. The guy he'll catch everything, and he's a big receiver in the slot and runs so many routes perfectly.
Yeah,
I love his ability to catch the
He
ball.
was a force at the beginning of last year. I think he was wide receiver 1 for a while there.
Yeah.
He's like the new Jordy Nelson, the new good white guy.
Oh boy. All right. So
Exactly.
what about you? I mean, we
So-
defer on that one, but
There's not too much of a crazy thing. I don't think that he's a wide receiver one is probably the biggest difference we have between each other. So if I'm leaving a draft with Adam Thielen as my number one wide receiver, I better have some heck of a running back committee going on. You
Yeah.
know, I must have done in the third round or something, picked up Adam Thielen. I have him at 13. You have him at 10. It's not a crazy difference, but the concerns I have, you kind of talked about, is the changeover of this offense. I really believe in Dalvin Cook this year. I think they're going to give him the rock just nonstop. They really want to switch to that run-first offense and
Yeah.
play better defense. So that's what scares me about Thielen. He kind of made his money when that running game was, they were not running the ball. The offensive line was so bad, and the defense took a step back, so they had to throw the ball a lot.
and it's so unique because in the offense they probably have the best tandem of receivers in Diggs and Thielen.
Yep.
But yet the volume won't be there. But they have great ratings when it comes to catching,
mad?
jump balls, things like that. Yeah, the thunder keeps rolling over here if you pick up on the mics. But that's where we go. Let's move on to the next big discrepancy here in our receiver thing. I got AJ Green ranked as my 18th wide receiver.
Just like these Bengals, man.
Yeah, and I guess so. And you got him, Sean,
At 27.
18 to 27. Obviously, I'll go first with the high man here. I just got faith in AJ. Again, I love the new offense coming in. He's going to have a slow start. I believe it'll take him a little while to get going, but I think he'll finish strong. He's a proven vet there. He's an amazing receiver that's not just a one-trick pony. But, yes, depending on his feet, who knows what's
Those
coming
feet
in there. But
Are always hurt.
maybe I should drop him down, and maybe I will as we hear a little more reports.
Yeah,
coming
he'll
to
be a
draft
very
day.
fluid ranking for
Yeah,
sure.
if they can tell me, hey, he'll be back week 2 or 3 type thing, and they put him like on the pup list where they can pull him out whenever, then that's good. If they say, hey, he's going to be a lot longer, then yeah, I'll drop him further. But I'm going on the hope that he can come back, and he's got to prove it. He's been out last year, and he's probably the best receiver in the NFL that nobody ever talks about because he's in Cincinnati.
So the funny thing is, I don't really want to take this position, and I don't want to debate against the guy because I was, before this injury, I was ready to hype him up as a low-end wide receiver 1 to like a
Right.
great wide receiver 2 this year. I believe in the talent of AJ Green still. I think he can be that. I think he's a top 5 most talented wide receiver when he's healthy in the NFL. Like, that's how good I think that AJ Green is. The issue is, I've had him the last 3 or 4 years. The man's always hurt. Like, he's going to get
Yeah.
hurt. He's already hurt. I just see this being close to one of those lost seasons for him. And I can't,
This is foot guy, right?
yes. Bang.
Hey, that thunder. Man, bring that foot guy in. You know what? If you listen to it, yeah, Sean's probably more realistic on there. I am right now. I'm thinking that
Optimistic.
he'll be back there, optimistic and
You know what my girlfriend always says?
oh boy,
You gotta be. Let me not mess this up, girlfriend. Realistic but optimistic.
realistic but optimistic.
That's not it. Optimistic but realistic.
That's what she
That's
said.
so
when she-
different.
when
So
she
different.
Said
You
yes
gotta
to
write
a
this
date.
down.
It's the second one.
Ryan-
Optimistic but realistic.
Ryan asked her out on a date. She's like,
That was
"I'm
our.
optimistic but realistic. I'll go with you." Boom, yeah. Well, all right, we'll end on that burn there on Ryan. So that's really all we got doing our running back, wide receiver rankings, quarterback, tight ends. Pretty straightforward in there. We'll talk more as we get to draft. I got a few tight ends that I'm really high on. But Kamish, you got anything you want to push out before we head out of here?
So I know we're already liars to you guys, but we said we were going to do a mock draft this week. It'll be next week, I promise. We're going to do it with Dan. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
That'll be our main podcast next week. So if you want to see how a mock draft kind of works and see how we do it, if you're in our league and you want to cheat and find out who we're going to draft, tune in for it. That'll be next week. So just join us, man.
Jump on in. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. Frenemies be back next week. We'll be back better than ever, and we'll get you more content to click, like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Yep. Check out the
Deuces.
website.
Just remember, be optimistic but realistic.